About training camp battles today. Very interesting video because I really want to get into what to expect, at least for training camp, and how this is going to look out, because there's some really good battles taking for the Lions offense and defense. But before we get into today's video, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers on LNU, and with your help we can get it done. Let's get this thing going. We can start with special teams right now. I really don't want to get into it, but kick returner, I think that will be an interesting camp battle right now. I think Kalif Raymond definitely has the upper edge, but there is other wide receivers out there. You got Pimpleton, some undrafted guys, maybe some corners that can come in and jump in there. I still personally believe, I don't really want to spend a lot of time on it, that Kalif Raymond will get that opportunity. If there's an injuries, they can go to the undrafted route. Let's just go ahead and now get into the real part of the video. We'll start with offense. The camp battle for the wide receiver, to me, is very intriguing. I think the first 5 receivers are pretty much solidified, close to even all 6. But with Pimpleton coming in here, challenging for a spot, even though he's a smaller guy, he still showed out in minicamp. He could be an individual that's fighting maybe for a Quintez Cephus for that 6th spot. We're locked up right now when it comes to Jameson Williams, Josh Reynolds, Amon-Ra St. Brown. We know the typical guys that we've seen here, Kalif Raymond, Cephus. So when we look at this battle, could there be a dethroning of one of these guys? And it's possible. It is possible. I still give the upper hand to Quintez Cephus making this football team over a Pimpleton, over somebody else that potentially could challenge for a training camp as well as in preseason for the 3 games. We've seen last year players that come in and they challenge or they do good in training camp. We've seen it with Bolden before, that it doesn't necessarily revert to play on the field. They do good in training camp. They don't do as well when the game is on. So this one will go into preseason to see, hey, can Pimpleton come in here and make a stand for that final wide receiver position? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think that the 6 wide receivers solidified? Do you think Pimpleton can potentially dethrone a Quintez Cephus? Let me know with your opinion in the comment section. Let's go ahead and jump with the offensive line. There's going to be some interesting camp battles here. I think it's solidified regarding the starters. I think that's pretty much good to go. You're going to have your Taylor Decker. You're going to have Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow, Halapoulivaati Vaitai, and Penei Sewell. That's your starters. But we already kind of have an idea. Evan Brown, he's definitely going to make this team very good re-signing this offseason. But what about Ease? What about Tommy Kramer? What about these individuals trying to compete to make it as a guard and as a tackle? That's going to be fun to watch, because we do have a Nelson in there who has been on this team for a couple years. He's come in as an extra offensive line and done a good job in the run game, but can an Ease come in here and jump in and take that position? That is something I'm really looking forward to seeing, how they mix up this whole offensive line, swing tackle, a player who can play guard or tackle in the pinch. That is going to be extremely interesting to see. So for the backup position, those are the guys that I'm really paying attention to from the offensive line. Let's jump to the running back position. This one, it's going to be a difficult, no doubt about it, and I think it's a couple players here. Personally, obviously DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, but I like Craig Reynolds quite a bit to be that number 3 running back for the Detroit Lions. He's a do-it-all running back, but that is me. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what the coaching staff or what Brad Holmes believes. You got Jermar Jefferson in there, you have Bell, and of course you got Jason Cabinda. I believe, and a lot of people may believe, that Jason Cabinda has made the team already. Why? Dan Campbell likes him as a fullback, likes what he can do. So who's going to get that spot? Jamar Jefferson, Craig Reynolds, and Bell. 2 of them could make this roster, but who is the individual that's not going to make it for that other running back position? I don't know. I really don't know. Bell did sign a pretty good contract for an undrafted rookie. Jamar Jefferson, we drafted last year in the 7th round. And Craig Reynolds, to me, is an all-do-it guy. I think Craig Reynolds should make this roster, and the battle really should be between Jamar Jefferson, Bell, to compete for that final spot. Either way, and Godwin Igwebuike, we got to throw him in there as well. But Godwin Igwebuike fumbled quite a bit, and I think that hurt his stock from making this football team. He does have speed, and maybe he can be thrown in there as well as a kick returner or a punt returner as well, because he does have that speed, but still question marks regarding holding on to the football. We seen it last year. I literally called him Godwin Igwebuike because it felt like every time this guy touched the football, it was popping out, and it was extremely frustrating. But he does have speed and quickness, and I like that. I still prefer someone that can hold on to the football, but that's going to be a fun battle to watch. And you got to also think about not just this year, but next year. So we have Jameson Williams, whose contract is up after this year. I know we're looking at DeAndre Swift really hard. Can he stay healthy throughout the year? So that'll determine, going into the next year from that perspective. The tight end battle, it's going to be really Brock Wright versus the undrafted folks. I think we're good with the first 2. Matter of fact, honestly, pretty good there. The battles, it'll be interesting to see how it goes, but we drafted tight end in the 5th round. He's going to make the team for sure. Should have been a 3rd-round pick. I like when they got him. TJ Hawkinson's a lock. So we'll see with Brock Wright. I don't really spend a whole lot of time on that battle, but we'll see how that one goes. Let's talk about, first, make sure you hit that like button, folks. Right now, let's see if we can get to 100 likes in this video. With your help, getting to 100 likes, it pushes the video out. That's what we want to see. Smash that like button. Let's talk about the defensive line. This is an awesome group. First off, the depth is outstanding right now for the Detroit Lions defensive line. Who's going to be out looking in? Man, there's going to be good players cut on this one. And it sucks when you see that, but it's also good at the same time because that means the depth is outstanding. But you have John Penisini, you have Michael Brockers, Romeo Okwara, obviously Aleem McNeil, Levi Onwuzurike, Aiden Hutchinson, Joshua Pascal, Charles Harris. You got all sorts of talent on this defensive line. One of these guys may not make it. I think they should keep Michael Brockers from a veteran, as he's a good leader and can help these guys out. I think that's important. Will John Penisini get pushed out? Potentially. Still, awesome battle to watch. This one's going to go all the way down to preseason week 3. You're going to see the normal people cut that obviously don't really have a chance to make the team. They'll get thrown in the practice squad. But for the official, I think this one comes down to the final preseason game. Outstanding battle to watch. Linebacking core, I don't know if there's really much of a battle here. In all honesty, didn't do a whole lot of upgrading. You're going to have Alex Anzalone. You're going to have Jared Davis, Derek Barnes, Malcolm Rodriguez. They're going to make the team. It seems to be a lock at this point. Can somebody else from an undrafted or an unknown come in and jump in, potentially make this team? Possibly just for depth-wise, but not really an interesting battle to me. This one is not that intriguing unless they bring somebody else in. I'm not too intrigued about this battle. The secondary battles, love it here because the secondary is stacked with talent. So again, I feel there's going to be potentially a player cut that, last year would have made the team. I think when it comes to safety position, we're good to go. We got Elliot. We got Tracy Walker, Kerby Joseph. Throw in there another player, maybe an undrafted guy or somebody else, not too intriguing to me. Will Harris, I don't really believe he's going to be as a safety, but they could utilize him, I guess, in a pinch if they keep him at the corner position, which is more intriguing to me than anything, is the Lions cornerback position. You got Jeffrey Okudah coming back from injury. Jerry Jacobs coming back from an injury, who played really well last year. Melifonwu was injured last year, but when he was on the field, I was impressed with him. You got Amani Awarie, who we're definitely going to keep this year. Could extend him. No doubt about it. Talent on this cornerback position. And I think those guys are going to make the team. Will Harris, will he make the team? Will he? Yeah, we drafted a corner. We got some undrafted guys battling for that spot. Would you invest a roster spot in Will Harris, who is going to be costing a little bit more than the younger guys? Even though, look, he played decent as a corner last year, doesn't really bring anything for a safety. That will be the debate right there. I think that potentially could come down to, maybe preseason week 3 as well, just because the depth at the corner position is pretty impressive. To me, it's really injuries more than anything. What do the injuries look like in the progress from Okudah and Jerry Jacobs, the two main guys? If their injuries lag on, if they get put on a PUP list or something like that, it all determines from there. I think they should be good to go, though, for week 1. We'll see. I'm no doctor, but just from hearing from the mini camps and how people are praising their work ethic right now, it looks to be that way. Folks, in the upcoming videos, we do got shows on Tuesday and Thursday on Lions Nation Unite. Dosa Dion's always on there. We're going to get King on there. Of course, you got Chrissy, Herm. We're going to bring in guests. We're going to do player breakdown videos. It's going to be some good stuff, so hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers. Also, go to Lions Nation Shop, LNUshop.com for the latest gear, and download the app Lions Nation Unite. With that said, folks, adios.
Perfect.